Sorry. Right. So then I let everybody through. I'm behind this AMG, and I don't know what to think at all whatsoever driving this Corvette at all. So this RCZ gets in front of me, and this other Corvette and this Lancer, and I'm like, for fucking crying out loud, a Lancer and a Corvette for friends, whilst I have a mirror or a reflection of me, and then an RCZ or a girl or a beginner or a rookie or an amateur. Fine, right? Now the steering response is what strikes me, given the practice and the driving time that I've had last time I drove it and ever since with other cars. Okay, so then I'm early before there's any production or maintenance on the car that I need to account for after the race, or funny looks from the track marshals. Okay, but I'm behind this RZZ that is turbocharger from front, and then this other Corvette. Okay, so then I'm thinking I'm going to lose a car list because of this Lancer, right? But they are driving, minding the fact that they are in front of this Corvette that I'm driving. Okay, twice. Okay, so they are ready to just tell me to fuck off and die, basically, because this Lancer is saying fuck these two dudes, basically. Okay, so they are driving to just leave me behind. Okay, and then I'm driving defensively from behind them. Okay, because I can tell what they are going to do based on what I've done, based on what they are doing to get me to do a thing that isn't illegal or against the law or wrong in terms of touching this Corvette. Right. Now I'm driving left, right, and then minding the aspiration, and then I don't want to be called a cheat or do anything that looks wrong because of this Corvette being like more car than driver, and then for the entire race just like because of that Corvette or whatever. Right. Now I'm up to the car list, and it says RZZ, and this Corvette, and this Lancer. Now the Lancer and the Corvette already said, fuck, this is over. Or this is done already. But not the RZZ, not them. Beginner, amateur, a girl, some learner type, right? Now, this is the RZZ, and I said pretty much goodbye to them. Right, the overtake. Okay. Now it's this Corvette, and I'm saying it's the exact same thing. Let's be cool about each other. And then they back off immediately. Right. Now it's this McGann and this Lancer that just basically, or pretty much switched places because the Lancer had an overtake. Okay. And then McGann says, I'm not touching this Corvette. Okay. Now I'm telling this Lancer, listen, we've had incidents before, and then they hand over the position, and then I shouldn't have any problems before Foxhole. Okay. Shit, fuck. But then I'm tired from driving this way and these overtakes. Right. The Lancer drives up behind me and he says, I'm still your buddy, as difficult as that may sound to hear, and then just because of the aspiration, and then Rakovic says, I don't know what to say. Right. I'm behind this MG, I'm driving through Foxhole, I'm catching up to the car list, and then I'm like, okay. An AMG, and then a Vantage, and then a Huracan. Okay. So then it's the same thing, as long as I get past this Huracan and this AMG and this Aston Martin shouldn't be any trouble. If anything happens, it happens with the fucking Huracan. Okay, that's what I'm thinking. Oh no. Right. I cannot touch this AMG to save my life and then bring this Corvette in one piece without getting funny looks from maintenance and production. Right. So then it gets ahead of me and I'm thinking, oh great. Whatever it is in front of me, I can avoid messing up this AMG. Okay. And so I get a little bit of a break, trying to catch up to the car list, and then getting used to the C7 again. Okay. Park them. And I said before, right? It's a pretty easy drive, it's a comfortable drive because of the manufacturer, and then, right, not even remotely, it's just comfortable. You still have an injury, huge, and it's a lot of car. Right, fuck. Okay, now I said what I said about the steering response, there it is, where I just got tired and the car just almost got away from me, and then I was able to recover because I was so early on the defensive driving ahead of my mistakes and where I am on the track and in the car list. But it happens again because I'm driving on the curb, but that's giving me the edge in terms of the aspiration. Right, because then you don't have it because of all of the real cars that in the entire car list. Even the RCZ RCC was a strong contender, competitor, and there's like competition. Okay, now it's after Village. I'm after the AMG, and then the Vantage, or the Aston Martin. Okay, but the Vantage and the Aston Martin clips me, and I'm thinking, what the fuck just happened? And they must have had like the same thing as you, like they just got tired or something, right? But then the C7 is like the 4C that nobody gives a fuck, and the AMG was just like, I don't care, whatever that just wasn't. Okay, now I'm behind this Huracan and this 86. I pretty much just, the weather just like gets everybody out of the way, right? With difficulty, because now I have a headwind that I don't know what to do with, because you could crash, and then the weight and the steering response, I cannot possibly drive defensively. Right, because then just like the track handed you those overtakes. I didn't do anything about that Huracan, that 86, or that Mazda. Okay, fuck, shit. Now I'm behind what I'm thinking and what should be podium and then first place and second place. Okay. And it's a Ferrari and then a front car. Okay. And there's no fucking way this Ferrari is gonna get away from me and then... No, right? No. Maybe with this front thing? Do I make a mistake? Does the car give out something? Right. Is the track gonna be like a thing? Okay. Fuck. No, right? But it's a difficult drive because the Ferrari is mid-rear turbocharger or mid-rear not sure, but there's something like that. Right. Like it doesn't go with the aspiration that I have. Right. So then they could do something that I don't know anything about and then get away from me and then I'll never overtake them. Right. Although it'll be a close, it'll be difficult. Okay. Like it is now, but from a distance. Okay. So I think it'd be like a thing like on like the track. Like I don't know, maybe debris or some kind of surprise. Okay. Because of the car list, right. Because the front is telling me like, right, this front is so out of place. Okay. So then I'm right behind the Ferrari in Group 4. Okay. And I don't like this because this thing is in the middle all of the time. Oh, the steering response. Right, so I'm driving defensively from behind them. Okay. Remember the Aston Martin had a spill when I drove past them and then I couldn't, but then I was able to defend and not lose a position and like they just crashed into themselves like I don't know. Okay. So then I don't want the same thing to happen. I'm not saying this Ferrari is like this AMG. I mean this Ferrari is like the Aston Martin, but it's the same kind of driver sort of ish maybe. I can tell from the, okay, like just a sense of like danger or whatever, right? They get away from me and I'm thinking, oh, so then this is the race. They have a team between them because they've been driving close the entire time. Oh, like I don't know about this front and then this mid-rear and then the fact that they just keep driving so comfortably with each other. Right. But then I have all of the defensive driving. So I'm thinking, am I not gonna get this overtake? But then you're like tired or something. Right, I'm exhausted from driving this way and driving behind them. Like it's been pretty tough aspiration. So then you have the overtake. Right. Now I'm thinking, okay, I have the overtake and I shouldn't have an incident. Right. So I should be fine. Okay. But then this thing is gonna come up behind me immediately. What I have to do is be conservative and then be reserved about my steering response, given the left and the right that this Ferrari doesn't have in terms of an overtake, and then I have first place or podium. Oh, okay then. Not bad though, right? Yeah, no, don't do that. I didn't like the Huracan bit. Right, like the track just handed me those overtakes. And then like the Aston Martin crashing like they were tired or something. Don't do that. Uh-huh. And the whole bit with the Lancer like out of place. Don't do that. Uh-huh. And then again the Megane and like the Italia just like 458, just like look forward. Don't do that. Like they teamed up somehow. Yeah, that's fucked up. Oh, shit.